let's talk about stress. So today's video is how to deal with stress at school and university or any kind of other areas of your life. I'm so sorry it's taken me such a long time to film this. I know it was requested a while ago, but I've had quite a stressful time myself at uni over the past few weeks, and I felt like I couldn't make a video for you guys until I dealt with it myself. Can't preach it if I don't practice it. So I'm going to start with stuff you can do beforehand to avoid getting into stressful situations. The first thing to do is to plan in advance. I'm a massive fan of planners. This is the one I bought for the end of this year, beginning of next year. It says I'm very busy, which is very apt. But basically, if you have any kind of planner or organiser, what I always do is as soon as I get any dates for essays, deadlines, exams, I put them straight in here. And that way I know exactly how much time I have to prepare for each one, and they don't suddenly sneak up on me and I don't suddenly realise, oh, I've got one next week and I haven't done anything for it. That way you also know if you have a lot at one time. I know here at uni I find that I have like 3 deadlines that are within a week of each other, and so if I have them here in advance I know that I can prepare for that busier time and it's not going to come as a surprise. The other thing you can do is to make sure you fully understand what you're learning as you go along. This just means that if you've had a lesson or a lecture on something and you don't quite understand, make sure you speak to your teacher or tutor at the time, or someone else in the class that's understanding it, just to make sure that you don't get to the end of the year or coming to write your essay and you haven't got a clue what they're on about. It's just going to mean you don't have a build-up of stuff that you don't understand, and by the end of the year you suddenly go to your teacher and say I haven't understood anything, because then they're not really going to be able to help you. But if you do it there and then, it's really easy for them just to spend a few minutes just going over it so that you completely understand it, and then you're going to stay on top of your learning throughout the whole year. The other thing is to make sure all your notes stay up to date, so make sure if you miss a lecture or something that you catch up on it. I know it can be kind of easy to skip lectures at uni, especially if they get recorded and stuff. Make sure you try and attend as many as possible, or if you do miss them that you catch up on them from a friend or something. Again, going back to the last point, just means that when you get to writing your essay or doing your exam, you haven't got loads of knowledge missing that you either didn't learn in the first place or you didn't understand at all. Those are all things you can do to try and avoid stress, but sometimes it is unavoidable, like when I had 3 deadlines to do myself a couple of weeks ago that were all within a week of each other. No matter how much preparation and stuff I did beforehand, it was still going to be a kind of stressful time either way. So what you can do is to set yourself mini tasks that are manageable, because when you have like 3 essays looming, it can seem a massive task to write like 9,000 words. But if you split it into smaller things, it becomes much easier for you to get started. I know that you can kind of have a bit of a breakdown, like saying you don't even know where to start and you just kind of don't do anything, and that's the worst possible thing because you're not making any progress at all. So instead of getting yourself into a massive meltdown, set some tiny tasks just to get yourselves going. So stuff I do would be like make a plan for essay number 1, or write an introduction for it, or read this article that's going to help me. So just do small tiny tasks that you can tick off, makes you feel good, and it makes you feel like you're being more productive and working towards those end goals of the actual essays. So just split it into tiny manageable tasks. Again, if you're doing exams and stuff, it could be to revise one small topic, or it could be to do a practice paper. Just do it so that it's smaller tasks. It means you can get on with it and you're not going to have a massive meltdown over the huge overall thing that you have to achieve. The other thing is to try and speak to some people around you to get some help, either friends, family, again your teachers, whoever you're close to. Just if you're having a hard time, that they're there to help you out and understand you're going through a stressful time. They can also keep an eye out for you to make sure you're doing okay and you're looking after yourself as well. I know that even though I'm at uni, I still call home and say, Mum, I really don't know what I'm doing with this essay. And even if she doesn't understand the topic or what I'm writing about, like friends and family can still be really helpful for you just to talk your ideas through. Someone that doesn't understand the topic, if they can understand it once you've spoken to them, probably means that you have a good understanding of it yourself. So just have someone that you can bounce ideas off, or someone that you can just voice your concerns to, or have a little cry to. That's really helpful, so you don't just feel like you're all on your own and isolated in your room. Definitely don't lock yourself away. Make sure you're speaking to people and that you're doing okay throughout your stressful time. So try and minimise distractions, find out where you work best. I usually find that I work better on campus, like in the library, because if I'm at home working on my laptop, it's really easy just to flick onto Facebook or YouTube, that kind of stuff. Whereas if I'm in the library, I kind of feel pressurised by the people around me to stay focused on my work and get more done. And also it means that I'll work for a certain amount of time in the library and then I can come home and relax here in my room, rather than this becoming a stressful working environment as well. But equally, if you find that working at home is better for you and you're more comfortable, then do that. Just find out what works for you. The thing I would say is to don't take on any more commitments than you absolutely have to, especially if you have a couple of weeks that are really, really stressful time. It might just mean that you have to say no to, you know, going shopping with friends or going out for lunch or going for a night out, that kind of thing. If it's going to make your life more stressful overall, you might not even enjoy your time out because you'll just be thinking, oh, I should be writing that essay or I should be doing that. If you just have a couple of weeks of doing it, it is better just to say no to those things and to focus just on your work so you can get it done, rather than stressing out over lots of other things that you have to do on top of your work. I know especially at uni there's always different events and things you can go to, and you want to keep your social life up, but you also have to understand that there will be times where you really do just have to focus on your work and get that done, and then you can go out and have fun after. So just say no to things that are going to make you even more stressed. And finally, make sure you do reward yourself, even during your time to stress. Make sure you have some breaks. Like I always like planning some nice meals to eat, or having little snacks, just to keep yourself motivated throughout the day. And also maybe plan something for after your stress, so at the end of exams or once you've submitted your essay, maybe treat yourself to going for coffee with a friend, or going out for the day somewhere nice, just that you have something to motivate yourself throughout that time as well, and something to look forward to at the end. So I hope some of these tips have helped you, and I completely understand if you're feeling stressed. I go through it myself as well. Even though I'm saying these tips, I get stressed too. It's sometimes inevitable. You just get worried about stuff because you feel like it's important and you want to do your best, but as long as you are doing your best, that's all you can really do. I'm always here if you want someone to talk to. I know I'm not someone that you necessarily know in person, but feel free to chat to me in the comments or in the description box. I'll leave other ways you can get in touch with me, and I'm always happy to speak to people at all. I love chatting to you guys. So I hope you found this helpful. Again, if you have any other video requests, I'll try and make them a bit faster this time. Or if you have any questions at all, then again, contact me, comment section, any other way, I don't care. Anyway, hope you're having a good day and you're not having too stressful time. Christmas is coming, so hopefully that will cheer you up as well. And I will see you again very soon. Bye! So today I'm going to show you a makeup routine for how to conceal acne and blemishes and spots, that kind of thing.